All right. Well, it is 6 o'clock, and I just made myself some coffee. It is time to get started on the first ever stream for Art Study Buddies, which I'm really excited about, to be honest. Um, Mainly, I wanted to get this started because I wanted to challenge myself to commit to a solid block of focusing on my artwork. And not just the things I enjoy drawing, like cartoonish type things and comics and things along those lines, but actually things that are going to allow me to grow my artistic skills as I participate in these challenges. So I'm not the most diligent person. So the reason I wanted to create this stream is to one create kind of a community where we can focus on our art together and grow our skills together, but also to have a space to go to that is something that you can rely on and something that you can come to every week to focus on a specific thing to grow your art. Um, I was in a stream a couple of weeks ago and I was talking with some folks in there, and some of the things I guess that we kept coming back to were that when you are outside of a school setting or you are outside of a professional setting, and you're trying to move from I guess your skill level that you are now to that aspirational place that you want to be, um, it's hard to kind of get into the groove of it. Whereas in school, you're forced to sit down and draw still lifes forced to take anatomy classes. You're forced to take color theory classes because you're working towards that degree. That's that end goal that you're wanting to get to. But when you are doing art on your own and you are just kind of trying to figure your own way through how you want to be that artist that you want to be, the creating the things that you desire most, it can be a challenge to get there. So with Art Study Buddies, what we do each week is we plop down with our sketchbooks, with our tablets, with whatever that we have, our canvas, our pencils, brushes, whatever you have handy, and we're just gonna spend 2 hours devoted towards focusing on a specific thing, whether that is facial expressions or trees or gesture drawing or anatomy. You all can communicate with me either through Patreon or on Twitter about what you would like to see here for our art studies every week. But we're just going to spend 2 solid hours sketching and talking and trying to grow our skills a little bit by a little bit by a little bit until we're able to be more fluid with our art, be more confident with our art. Um, yeah, and that's just that's the premise of it. As for myself, I am not the best artist. Like, I'm not even gonna front. I'm still consider myself quite a novice with creation, right? And so this is for everyone to grow, but particularly for me to grow, because I can't draw, y'all. So with that said, this week's topic is eyeballs. So I took some time earlier today and I grabbed a few drawings, or I few some I guess some from, what do you call that, Google Images. I just grabbed some eyes, and I'm just gonna spend a couple of hours sketching these eyes, and I guess talking about that process like as I go along. And I really encourage you to follow along in your sketchbooks or in your tablet or what have you, and then you can tweet me what you drew. I will definitely share that out if someone has. Hey there, Clarabelle, what's up? This cartoon character, yay! I sound like a cartoon character. That's pretty dope, actually. Um, and so yeah, so tweet me what you drew. I will share it out. You can post it on Patreon. You can link me in any way you want to. But I would love to see what you all are drawing alongside. with the stream. And so, yeah, I picked a few different types of eyeballs for us to do. We have a side view and an older person's eyeball. I thought that might be nice for working on a little wrinkly, a little heavy lidded. I have a generic front view of an eyeball, nothing too fancy. I have an animal eye, which I thought would be nice since those don't typically have like a lot of lid, but they do have a lot of character to them. You can try those out. I have an eye that has like a unique shape. It's a little bit more pointy, not necessarily like an almond shaped eye, but it just had kind of a unique shape. I thought we might try that out. And then, of course, an eye from like a different angle, a little like I guess a 3/4 view downward facing eye. So we're gonna give these all a try and see how it goes. I'm a little bit nervous, so I hope you all can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know. If the music is too loud, let me know. I don't want anyone to not be able to hear me if I talk, but I also want to like have some music just chilling out in the background so we just all kind of get into the groove of drawing and sketching and getting in the habit of doing something for the growth of our art every week. So yeah, you can the little thingy will post whatever song is playing. So if you like that song, like I don't know, give that artist some love or whatnot. Yeah, because we all be out here in these streets struggling a little bit. So now that I've rambled on for almost 10 minutes, I guess I'm going to get started. I'm going to get started with the easy the easiest one, I think. We'll see how this goes, where it's just a front view of an eye. So we're going to draw this a few times. We're going to draw it for, 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll switch on to another eye, and then hopefully by the end of the 2 hours, we will have gone through all, all of the eyes, if not most of them, but hopefully all the eyes. So yeah, I'm doing my sketches here in Procreate because that's what I have available to me. Um, I just downloaded Procreate 5, so it's a little bit new to me. So I'm just gonna try out some like their new like sketching pencils. I don't know. Try out Peppermint. Let's do that. So yeah, I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit. I'm gonna keep my eyes on the chat. But yeah, please follow along, draw along, and let's do it. Ah, circles, right? Am I right? Let's see here. How does an eyeball even work? I'm gonna go like this. Gonna come down a little bit. It's like a sweep. Maybe I should just like swoop it across like that. I'm used to making like really cartoony looking eyes, so creating something that has like a more realistic look is quite the challenge. Already, we are 10 minutes into it, and I already hate this. All right, let's see here. We've got a little bit more of a big boy on this side, and it kind of comes up and around. And this sucks because, like, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Oh yeah, Procreate 5 has like so many like really great features already, just like from the little bit of time that I started like playing around in it. It has like a really great animation feature. It has like lots of new brushes and things along those lines. I played around with it a little bit to do a portrait for my cat, and or like my cat was really cute and hanging out in like the tinsel that we were using to decorate the house. And so I took a picture and it was so cute and it just wouldn't get out of my mind. So I decided to paint her trying out like the new features in Procreate. And yeah, it was like really dope. So if you have access to an iPad and you have access to Procreate, I would highly recommend giving that a shot. And Yeah, I don't know. Show me what you're able to create. Ugh. I'm trying not to erase and like use the I guess like the auto backspace, like if I double tap or whatever, like if I do that and I just like tap with two fingers, I'm trying not to use digital art features and treat this more like my sketchbook. And so yeah, forgive me for it being a little extra sketchy uh, than one would assume would be on a digital canvas. I think we have a pretty good eye shape there. Let's see here if we can get our actual eyeball a little bit rounded out. And I don't want to use the like, because I can make a circle in Procreate and have like a perfect circle, but I don't want to do that. I want to practice trying to use my lopsided circle. Oh my gosh. I made some coffee and I put marshmallows in it, and I think that was a bad idea. I don't think I should have done that. Alright, I'm going to clean this sketch up a little bit with my eraser tool. Get some of the sketchier lines away. And see what our little shape is doing here. It's not so bad. Not so bad. Alright. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, my internet is super bad too. Worry not. I keep getting notifications from Streamlab being like, "You're dropping frames," and I'm like, "I'm in a basement. This is where my room is. That's just how it has to be." So worry not if you have to tune in later or pick up the stream when you have a little bit better of an internet connection, because I'm going to, after the stream is over, I'm just going to save the I guess like the stream on Twitch, and if my computer's being nice, then I'm going to upload it to YouTube. And if you follow me on Twitter or if you support me on Patreon, I'm going to be sending out those links there, so you'll be able to check it out when you do have free time. I love to see people in the stream, but I understand that like Sunday night is not always ideal. But for going forward, we're going to be doing it on Thursday, so it'll be during the week after work, after school, but like in the dinner time area. So you can either pop in and have a snack and check out, 30 minutes of the stream while you're waiting for your dinner to finish cooking, or you can have dinner with us here on stream, which will be probably what I end up doing a lot. All right, let's see. This eyeball is up a little that way. Go here. Let's see, we've got some lid action going here. Who would have thought eyeballs would be so intricate? We see them every day, and you're just like, oh yeah, I can draw an eyeball. That's what I thought this morning when I was like, oh yeah, this is the stream. I'm gonna try that one out. And it's so much easier to be like, oh, I'm just gonna draw like an anime eye and be like, haha, I have anime time now, versus trying to actually like create a more realistic human type eye, which I am seeing now why all of my art instructors were like, hey, stop drawing the anime. But I don't listen, because I'm hard-headed. Looks like we've got some... She has like a darker thing happening around here. That's cool. I picked some eyes that were all different colors in the hope that we will be able to see a little bit more of the anatomy on the eye, because as a darker skinned person, I know that it can be a challenge to kind of like look at my own features and be like, oh, like I know my own face, but like when I'm doing like portraiture and things along those lines for another person who has darker skin, it can be a challenge to like see where all of those like features and pieces are. So I chose some eyes and some skin tones that are of varying different shades, so that we can see a little bit more of the anatomy of the eye, the way that eyes are structured. So even though my eyes are very, very dark, they're much darker than this person's brown eyes. We all still have like similar. That's a real big eye. That's an eye. I'm sorry if anyone has like that tropa something something. I can't pronounce the word. Like the fear of multiple eyes. This might upset you a little bit tonight. But as you see, like she has like the I can't even. I'm gonna put a new layer on the top here and drag it up, and we'll change the color to red because red is dope. But yeah, like she has like highlights and a lighter ring of color here and a darker ring of color here. So even though she has darker eyes, she still has all of the internal features like in her iris. Ha! I was about to say pupil, but pupil is the dark bit. Ha ha! She has all the bits in her iris that you would see in an eye that's like hazel or light blue or something along those lines. So there's like little flecks of color. It gets a little bit lighter as it gets closer to the iris itself. So yeah, we're just gonna try to pay as close of attention as we can to those things and give ourselves a chance. Just give ourselves a chance. We got a little bit lighter or a little bit darker around this area here. Sorry, I'm going to zoom out so I can freaking see my own eye here. We've got eyelashes coming down. Oh, man. This is awful. I'm looking forward to see how we all do as well. Like, I would be so stoked if everyone was able to create, like, one or two, like, really awesome eyes that they felt comfortable sharing, whether they are, like, photorealistic or stylized in your own way. We're just taking some time to focus on this one little bit of anatomy to grow our art. So I am really excited to see kind of like what you all create and how you all create it. So if you want to share your process, that's also a really cool thing. She has like a little lid action happening here. What the heck? What is an eyeball? This is one of those things where it's like it feels like the more you like look at it, the more difficult it's becoming to draw. And I was like, this is eyeball number 1, and we've only been doing this for like 7 minutes, and I'm already like, what is an eyeball? Who made this awful creation? This is a terrible piece of anatomy. I do not like it. This iris is not in the right spot. So let's see here. It goes like a little more right here, closer to the top. Let's do that. And the lovely thing I like about Procreate is it has like a little shading feature. If I just turn my Apple Pencil on its side, I can kind of shade like a real pencil, which is another reason why I decided I would like to try doing these study buddy challenges like in Procreate, just to kind of test like how this this works. All right, lady or sir, I'm not sure. Eyeball person, you've got an eyeball right there. We've got some shading going on. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. That's right. I'm focusing on not using the double tap. I just want to use what I would have if I pulled out my own sketchbook. So let me see. Do I have brush options? I guess soft brush is... Ah, Lord, what is that? I guess soft brush is the only option I have right now. So let's soft brush some of that weird graphite texture away. And And we're just gonna make the outside of the eye a little bit darker. I hate this part. I think I made that too dark again. So let's try something else. Let's do this. Let's color the whole thing in. Let's color the whole thing in up here. Try to blend that out a little bit. Alright, that's not so bad. Oop, wrong thing. Then I'm going to go down to here. And let's gently lighten the eye. I wish I had like a kneaded gum eraser, because that's what I would be using like in real life. There we go. Let's give her cataracts. Oh my god. Alright, now let's shade the whole thing in one solid color. And then we'll work on placing the pupil after we've figured out other parts of how we want her eye to be. So let's see here. Alright. Got this lid down here working. I'm going to erase some more of that around the top of her eye. And then she has like a little bit of something happening there. Oh, I did it. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. I did what I said I wasn't going to do. Alright. She has like some eyelid happening here. Okay. There's like a little bit of that. Not too much though. These eyelashes are ass. Like, let's all just recognize how ass my eyelashes are. Maybe I should try a thinner pencil? I don't know. Alright. Looks like some of her eyelashes come down like that. Out like this. Let's see here. And then stop it. Looks like about right here. We have that lovely iris that she's got. I'm gonna make my pencil a little bit larger. Get around the edges. Okay. Okay. We have an eyeball, sort of. I'm into it. A little bit darker under here. She's got some of this business happening down here. Oh my lord. it's been like really long time since I have tried to draw a more realistic looking eyeball. Alright. Okay. And then that's what I want. Then we're gonna go in here. Okay. And then we have white spot there. Lighter there. Oh, Lord have mercy. I mean, it's technically an eyeball. It is technically an eyeball. All right. Now that we've got one of these done, we'll warm up eyebrow or eyebrow. Oh my gosh, eyeball. We'll warm up eyeball. Let's give this a shot with some more complex shapes for the eyeball. Let's try out some of the other eyeballs that we have here. I think that's more of that person's shape there. Wish I could get this like a little bit darker in this area where it almost blends into the iris. Alright. I am tired of looking at that eyeball personally. Why does it keep copying your messages? I don't know. I only see 2 of your messages. It says, but how is your day? And why does it keep copying my messages? So I am unsure, but my day was okay. I have a little coffee. I am a little bit stressed out, but not more so. Well, probably a little more so than usual, but you know, I'm making it. I'm still here. Let's turn this eyeball off. Hey, look at that. What is that? Let's erase that. What's going on there? It's like a circle. Get off of my eyeball page. Alright, we're going to try this side view eyeball now. Ooh, I am not excited for this. We didn't have the best experience with the front view eye, but we're going to go try this side guy. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, it is weird. Thanks for the extra love. I appreciate it. It makes me very happy. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, hey, we have an eye. We did one single eye. Let's try this lady's eyeball. So, I know that the eyeball itself is a ball. Let's try to make a circle. This looks like her eyeball is cut like this. So let's give that a shot. Let's try drawing it in this capacity, where we'll get her eye circle here. And it looks like she has some kind of skin situation happening right here. What is that? A skin situation? I don't know. I'm not an ophthalmologist. I don't know all the parts of an eye. Let's see here. Let's erase some of the eyeball that was annoying me. Hey, why is my thing like this? I wish I had like a section called eraser. Like, that would be excellent. Ah, God. That would be ideal for me versus like random soft airbrush. Like if I could make like a kneaded gum eraser of sorts to have, like that would be ideal for Procreate, or at least what I want to do in Procreate. So let's see here. We've got some eyeball happening here. We've got a little. We got it. We got it. And it looks like her iris comes like this. Okay, cool, cool. So far, so good. We're gonna do a general, that right there. You didn't miss very much at all, V. I've only been sketching for about 30 minutes or so, and we were able to do this one eye, which was this one. Where is it at? This one here. We were able to kind of sketch that one out. So yeah, you still got like an hour and a half, so bust out your sketchbook, and yeah, let's get it popping. Alright, I'm going to put our side eye back on and turn that one off. Procreate, I hate you sometimes. Let's see here. We've got kind of this situation happening. We've got, let's see, let's go back to our reference layer here. Stop it. Oh, that's where that is, I guess, now. It looks like these eyelashes that she's got here are like here in some capacity. So there's like this whole like eye section here that we're trying to figure out. So let's pop back in. She has a side bit, and we've got looks like the eye coming like this. Like the eyelashes are making this kind of arc. Alright. And then these are making an arc, but in the other way. Okay, I see how this works. These are the weird eyelid boys. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So let's take our eraser, let's pump it up a little bit, and we're just going to give a light erase, like we would if we had a kneaded gum eraser. And let's get back to it. Let's see here. I hate eyes already. I'm like 30 minutes into this, and I hate eyes. It's just awful. But you know what? We're not doing it because it's fun. We're doing it because we need to do it so that we can grow our art. Just like with any other hobby, any other thing that you want to do or you want to get better at, there's parts about it that just absolutely effing suck. And you just have to push through those parts so that you can be to the place that you want to be, right? I don't think that any athlete or musician or any other person who does ballerina just woke up and was like, hey, I can dance, and they can go and just play in the NFL and be on Broadway. That's literally not a thing. They practiced and it sucked and they messed up and they made ugly eyeballs in live stream in front of all of their friends. And that's just how it is sometimes. And we're gonna get there, y'all. We just have to keep drawing ugly eyes until our eyes are less ugly. I don't even know how these eyelashes go anymore. Where are they coming from? That was too large. So they're kind of coming from under here, going into that same little spot. Cool. It's not too bad. These on the bottom are kind of ass, though. That's one thing I wish that Procreate had. I wish I could use, a little keyboard. And, could switch between, the brush and the eraser tool, like I do in Facebook. Wow. In Photoshop. And, had a little bit more control over it. Because sometimes, going up and tapping the brush and the eraser tool kind of take me out of the groove. And when you're drawing awkward eyeballs, you gotta stay in the groove. You gotta stay in the groove, the whole groove. Nothing but the groove. Alright, looks like she has something going on here. And it looks like maybe this. She has the rest of her eyeball, the bottom of her eyeball. Ah, shoot. Alright. Let's see. We're just gonna color this in. Right here. Let's give that a little preliminary. Oh. This pencil throws me all the way off sometimes. I think I need to adjust the pressure curve of it or something. Because right now, as soon as I turn it on its side, it's instant pressure. It doesn't even allow for any forgiveness. It's just I'm at 100% as soon as I tilt it on its side. And I'm not going to adjust it right now, but it does need to be adjusted. Alright, lady. Your eyelashes are giving me stress. They're all up in here. Right? Yeah. She has them like this. Where they're coming like this. And they're most thick right here. I love how no matter how you try to like make sketches look lovely, like they just all go through like a phase where they kind of look like doo doo. And, and you're just like, how do I fix this? All right. All right. I think that like here. Oh, thank you so much. I like to pretend my sketches look pretty good. All right, and then we're going to do this part here. She has like kind of come in that way. We've got some business happening going out this way. It's pretty light. One down that way. Okay, cool. Let's get this going. Oh. Alright. She has a darker bit coming from this little corner area. Like this. Okay. Then we're going to... jeez. Feather out some of that there. All right. I keep instinctively like erasing it with the like double tap feature, and I'm really, or the 2-finger tap feature, I really need to like disable that for the stream because I don't want to do that. It's too easy to be like, oh, I can just erase my mistakes by like tapping, like tapping them away instead of trying to push through that mistake and learn from the mistake, which is, in my opinion, the purpose of practicing your art, is to be like, ugh, look at that, shouldn't have made the eye look like this. And so let's see here. She has a bit of a darkerness happening here. Just a little bit happening at the bottom. Just like a little bit more. When I found out that pupils were just like a hole in your eyeball, it like messed me up for weeks as a kid. I was like, what do you mean your pupil's just a hole in your eyeball? Messed me up, y'all. It messed me up. Oops, I did it again. Dang. All right. I wish I had a brush called eyelashes. This is awful. It feels like every time I go and try to create any of the eyelashes, they look all like sparse and weird. And maybe that's just how eyelashes are supposed to look, but it makes me sad that my eyelashes look like that. Oh, that's far too wide. Oh, wait. I think the pupil is down a little bit lower than I would like it to be. I feel like it should have been a little bit like higher up. But you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm going to switch that out a little bit in that area. Alright. I think we're kind of nearing the end of this particular eye. ball. Let's see here. I just want to add another light source right there just because I can. All right. Side eye. Done. and that's that on that. Actually, you know what? I feel like these eyelashes need to be way darker. Like in this area. Not so bad. That's not so bad. We'll take it. We'll take it. So let's see. We've done these two eyes. I do not want to do older eye right now. Ah. Oh, please. This hurts me. This absolutely hurts me. I don't want to do this one. I picked it because, you know what, you gotta do it. But I really don't wanna. Okay. Let's see here. Looks like it cuts more like this. And it cuts off the bottom of that one. Oh, gracious. Okay, looks like we got here. A reason I chose an older person's eye was because they have a heavier lid, or tend to have like a heavier lid. I guess we'll go back to our weird reference layer and clear it. They have like a heavier lid, like in this area and like here, as well as like deep folds around their eyes that like create shadows, as well as like a more like I guess, like pronounced under eye that can offer a lot of character to them. And overall, their eyes are tend to look either pretty sunken or in this case a little more like bulbous. And so I wanted to try something along those lines just to kind of be like, how do I make an eye look older? And I'm struggling already to make this eye look older. Let's go back. Oh, wow. Okay. We've got this happening like right there. This song is like if you like won a stage in Mario Kart, that's what this sounds like. Or maybe like a character selection song. It's kind of awful. But it has to be like in a cutesy like Nintendo game or something. Like it's not a character selection for anything else. Okay. Is that a shape of the eye? Is this near-ish to what we need it to be? I'm trying out different ways to draw the eye every single time. I was starting with the whole eyeball, and that was proving to be a challenging bit for me. So I decided maybe let's start off with the outline of the eye and then work my way inward. Like once I get like the outline of the eye, then I can draw in the eyeball. So like the actual eyeball area, like the white part, the sclera, the pupil, and the iris, and go from there. So that's what we're doing here. And I make these decisions based on no science, just how I'm feeling in that moment. Consistency is not something that I would use to describe my process. We have so many eyes left to do. I hate this. Okay. Looks like we're coming from here to like here with the eye. And then he's all like, oh, I have a little eye bit right there. My perfectionist brain keeps telling me, you should have practiced eyes before you practiced eyes. And I'm like, shut up. Like, that's the whole purpose of being in, like, I guess, like, community with other people that want to get better at art. Like, you don't start being good at art at the beginning, right? You work your way to a place where you're like, I feel comfortable and confident in my artwork, and I don't, like, give myself weird, self deprecating, backhanded compliments when someone tells me that they like my art. I feel like that's a goal to get to for me. So I'm trying to defeat that in my own brain when I'm drawing, and my instinct is to tell myself, like, you suck, or this is bad, or you shouldn't show anyone, or it should be perfect before you actually, share your art out. And I feel sometimes, and by sometimes I mean a lot of the time, that our digital art I guess I guess the way that like art has moved from the sketchbook realm that we scan it in or take a photo of it and upload it to like DeviantArt or LiveJournal or MySpace or any of the litany of things that you would use, quote, back in the day or whatever, to this place where you're able to create digitally at a relatively, I guess more expedient pace, is to like crank out content that's like perfect, something that you can instantly put on your Etsy, that you can instantly sell on Redbubble, that you can immediately post on Instagram. And it kind of takes away the, I guess, the understanding that to get to a place where you see like beautiful, like one of my favorite artists, and I look at her art all the time, Jen Bartel. Oh my gosh. And so it's like I'll look at Jen's art, and like even the things that she's saying, like sketching or doodling or just effing around, like just drawing or whatever, are pieces that I personally would have to work on for weeks to make it even look close to that level. And that's like her just dicking around on her tablet or what have you. But what that neglects to show you is the years, probably even decades, of skill and experience and practice and failing and erasing and tearing things out of your sketchbook and screaming and staring at a bowl of fruit that she has to draw for some strange reason, that went into getting to that point where her, dicking around doodles in her sketchbook look better than like the finished pieces that I create, And I feel like the digital art realm that we have entered now can sometimes neglect to show that. It neglects to show the process of getting from weird, ugly eyeballs like this, sorry people who are afraid of eyes, to getting to a place where it doesn't take you 20 minutes to draw one eyeball that's lopsided and, has awkward angles in it, where you're able to just be like, oh, here's my eyeball, got it, and it's like perfect. It neglects to show that, and I feel like it hinders me as an artist. I don't know how you all might feel about that. Oh, thank you so much, y'all. I don't know how you all feel like when you're in your sketchbooks or wanting to share your artwork with people. The feeling of needing to like create something that is picture perfect right off the bat, and not allowing oneself to feel able to engage in any of the messing up process, like before you're able to share it out and show people that it has to be something that's perfect, something that's marketable, something that you can sell, and create money from it, like monetize your sketchbook basically. So I don't know, those are just thoughts that I have sometimes, where I'm like, that eyeball looks fine. That eyeball is stressing me, V. But yeah, I was like, I just think about that sometimes, where I'm just like, I enjoyed the days where I could, feel like I could, sketch in my sketchbook and it not be like feeling the need to like immediately go to my computer and like upload it. And I'm just like, sometimes it's okay to just to like create stuff for yourself, and it's okay to fail a little bit, and it's okay to draw weird things that you can't sell to people on Redbubble because it's whatever. But at the same time, also taking time to recognize that, like, I lost my train of thought for a second. That, fart. What was I gonna say? I started looking at this eyeball, and, like, if you cross out both of the bottom eyes, like, it looks like this dude is like giving you like mad side eye, like old man is judging you. Oh my gosh. But being able to like take time to draw and explore things and not being afraid to just kind of hang out in your sketchbook and draw for fun and not always drawing for like content. And so that's kind of where I am right now, where I'm like, some of the fun of drawing has gone away to where it feels like I have to draw for content and clicks and likes and things like that. And sometimes I just want to draw like fart comics, and I don't want to draw like impactful, life changing, emotional movement pieces. I just want to draw stuff about farts. And that's just where I am right now, where I'm trying to figure out how I want to move forward in my own artistic endeavors. And this was the first step of being like, if you want to get good at something, you gotta practice. And you don't get a chance to practice all the time when all you feel like you have to create is art to be monetized, to sustain yourself, to be able to, pay your bills and things like that. Maybe one day my fart comics will pay the bills, but I'm not going to create fart comics to pay the bills, if that makes sense. So yeah. I don't know. Are y'all seeing this little Streamlabs dude that says, like, I'm having trouble functioning as intended? I don't even know what that means. So if things are, like, real jacked up on your end because of me, I am so sorry. My room is in a basement, and I have put a Wi-Fi extender to, like, try to give myself Wi-Fi down here in my little basement hovel. But I'm telling you, it is hard knocking here. I can barely, like stream like anything. Like if I love watching anime. Like that's my jam. I'm probably gonna like watch some anime after I, finish stream. But if I try to stream it, it just doesn't. It just will tell me no internet connection. And I'm like, come on. I'm trying so hard here. I just want some anime. So who all is following along in their sketchbook and making some eyeballs of their own tonight? Who all's the eyeball gang? Gang gang. Oh, y'all can see it? Interesting. I don't know. I downloaded Windows for... Ooh, you're doing a Painterly one. Oh, I cannot wait to see it. Like, that's going to be really exciting. Or if you want to show it, you don't have to show it. But I would love to see it, even if you just, like, DM me or something and be like, here's my Painterly eyeball. I wonder, maybe I can try a Painterly one with, like, the cat eye or something along those lines. And we'll give that a shot with maybe, like, this downward-facing eye. That one's pretty colorful. I don't want to do the cat eye. I'm already stressed just thinking about it. I would love to see it. I do not like working in color. It stresses me, y'all. Like, whenever someone's like, color this, I'm like, please don't make me do that. So, I guess that just means that I need to work on color theory so that I can feel more confident doing color and creating in color, because I feel like the world is a colorful place to most people, and would be exciting to be able to express myself with color instead of just avoiding it. But at the same time, my preferred method of creation is pen and ink. Black and white drawings are what I personally enjoy most, and what I will be challenging myself to get back to. just traditional pen and ink. I have a lot of stuff like in my little wish list that I'm like, I piled it all in there, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like buy one thing a month until I have like enough to be able to draw traditionally again. And so that's kind of where I am. But gosh, there's nothing better than a smooth piece of Bristol board, your brush pen, your markers, and you're just sitting there drawing, and those beautiful crisp black lines on that smooth paper. Oh, there's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like it. I got a little paper-like film for my iPad to try to recreate that sensation, but golly gee, there is in my opinion, there's nothing like that feeling. All right, let's go around. Get this guy in there. Oh man, oh man, it's a old man, oh man, oh man, All right, gonna get this little downward lid for our older person eye. Let's see here. It's kind of hard to use the side of the Apple Pencil because it's a pencil. It's not like it's. I mean, I'm sure you've seen like pictures of them on the internet. They're pencil shaped, but they don't reflect the size of the brush that you're using, nor like when you're like using like the tilt feature. Like I just tilted and made this little bit here. It doesn't show you like how big your brush is. It's so if you can see that like little circle thing. That's ineffective. I want to be able to like, how long is my lead, and does that tilt reflect like the point of the lead? So there's a lot of pros to drawing digitally, but there are also a lot of cons to drawing digitally. The pro is I have an infinite amount of pencils to be able to work with and to be able to test out. I have an infinite amount of canvases and paint that I can use. The downside is I am restricted to the ways that the programmer who made that um, algorithm for the Procreate or Adobe Photoshop or Clip Studio or whatever. I'm limited to how they think I will use the program and the tools. And so that's a little frustrating when you're like, this is like how a pencil works, but it's also very much not how a pencil works. Oh, curses. Curses it all. Alright, we're running out of time for this old man eye. I started rambling, and now we're getting behind. We only have about 45 minutes left on stream, and I definitely want to give a try to that painterly type eye. Oh yeah, digital art and traditional art are two sides of the same coin, and I wish that there were like I guess like an easier way to like transition those into something that felt more cohesive, you know? Like sometimes you're just like, what am I creating? This is not at all how I draw. Like, this is awful. Alright, this guy has little blonde lashes, but I don't give a F. We're giving him dark ones, because I am here to draw eyes. I'm here to chew gum and kick ass. I'm all out of gum. Turn my brush or my pencil down a little bit. And this dude has some like little old man hairs in there, but I don't care about those. I mean, I care about them, but I'm more concerned about the shape of the eye and conveying that it belongs to a person of age. I burped a little bit just now. My bad. Has anyone played the video game Celeste? This song right now, this zombie T-Rex or whatever, sounds like it would belong in Celeste. Back in the day when I was doing different nerd stuff, you can ask me about that one day, about all the ways in which I have nerded all around this planet. I was really into MC Lars. And, yeah. I haven't played Celeste yet, but I'm really into the soundtrack. So if you've never heard the Celeste soundtrack, if you're not a video game person, that's perfectly fine. I'm just here to let you know, like, that soundtrack is some good stuff. It's kind of 8-bit chiptune-y kind of sounding. So, I mean, if you don't like that sort of stuff, then you probably won't like the Celeste soundtrack. But if you are into that kind of music, if you do like things that are a little bit more electronic sounding, a little bit more lo-fi, then wow, that Celeste soundtrack is some good. I don't know what's happening here. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Let's just not. Alright. We need to define these wrinkles a little bit more. I think that's how you do that. I feel like this should be up more, like this area, but that's okay. We're doing what we can with what we've got. And what we've got is me drawing eyeballs in the middle of the night. So I'm thinking every Thursday, same time, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. my time here, is when I will hop on stream to do some lovely, you know, what is this? Art study with you all. So that time works best for me, at least currently. Right now, that works really great for me. So hopefully we can keep that steady type of schedule and we don't have to change it too much as time goes on, and we can just kind of keep that going. And he has a little bit of a business happening over there, a little bit of a business happening over here. Let's see. We've got a little bit of this happening in this area. I'm going to try to clear that out. And then we're going to Let's see. I wish that I could translate my art exactly from digital to traditional. Like, how cool would that be if how I drew with just regular paper and, like a pen would translate into digital? I know that for some people that's a reality, but for me, that is literally that's literally false. So, that's an old person's eye. That's exciting. What I want to do now is we mentioned this painterly one. I'm going to put this one right here. We might not get around to cat eye and pointy eye, but that's definitely something that I will, like, I picked 6 eyes because I wanted to draw 6 eyes. So I'll probably just do those off stream just because I need the practice in creating like eyeball shapes and knowing the flow of like how eyeballs go. But I did want to try um, a more painterly style, like with actual. Oh yeah, head out. Take care of yourself. I will catch you later. You know how to find me, so have a good night, rest up, and enjoy your Monday. I'll tell you later. Um, I want to kind of, I guess, I'm gonna clear this off. And I can go and point to it again. Haha. Like how this one has lots of color and like vibrancy. Like there's like purples and yellow and green and kind of like this, I don't know, this kind of like ivory kind of skin tone here. I think that I would like to try my hand at a more painterly style. So I think I'm going to give that a go along with you, Floof, and we'll see how that goes. So I haven't checked out too many of the brushes here in Procreate 5. Um, Crap. Let's try it with the painting tab. What does that say? Round brush, light 2, Spectra, Tamar, damp brush, oil paint, fresco. Let's try Salamanca because that's a pretty word. Let's try it. Okay. I'm going to move my eyeballs a little bit so that I can paint right here next to the eyeball I want to get to. And I'm just, for brevity's sake, I'm just going to color drop that main skin tone and pick something that's not so grayish. Let's give this Salamanca a try. Oh, Lord, it's big boy. It's a big one. It's a big boy. Let's take you down. Let's take it down. And let's see here. We've got I'm gonna take it down a little bit more. How is that gonna be? Yeah, that'll work for me. A little bit smaller. Let's go more into the red zone and start painting these eyelids. Okay. Got our little eyeball happening here. We've got some of this action going here. Oh, I really like the texture of this. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it has kind of a canvas texture to it. This is a nice brush. This is pretty fancy. I normally don't paint with square type brushes, because I like the round brushes. But this is nice. This has its purposes. Let's get in here. Let's color that. We're gonna need that around there, and we're gonna need more pink, but like little violent color. Let's take it down. Let's give it and then what color is this eyeball? Let's go with kind of a let's go with this color. I like that more. I'm gonna go here. Excellent. The hard round brush works great for painting. Ooh, hard round brush. I'm gonna have to give that a shot too. You're like the brush wizard. Let's get a little more yellow into our piece. Round in there. And then for some odd reason, we need to go back to like, where's that skin tone color? There it is. Blend that out a little bit. When did it start playing like video game music? I like it. I'm gonna tell it, yeah, I like that. Cool. It's like on an MC Lars kick right now, and I'm not mad at it. Like, I am one of the, I feel like, few people that still really enjoys MC Lars. Okay, let's paint some of these. Oh, fudge. Nope. I made the stroke. It's there now, y'all. It's there now. And then we're going to grab this color. Come back out. And we have to kind of... There we go. Let's make our brush smaller. And... Stop it. Let's go... We've got little bits of... little flecks of business happening in here. And then we're going to get straight up black for our beautiful pupil. I will say that the, like, I'm going to take a dark purple, that the sideways view eye, even though it's harder, it's more satisfying to draw, versus, like, the ones I was doing with, I guess, like, the straight up, like, front view of the eye and things along those lines. I'm going to get some blue in there real quick. Get out of there. Get out of here. Mm, 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 mm. All right. This person has very fair skin, very ivory. So we're gonna get. This is where they're darkest here. And then let's color pick from there. And we will just here. Okay. And this one's like a lot more red. And we're going to take this skin color and we're going to soften those lines. Mm-hmm. Okay, doing that. This one's a lot like more fun, but also like I hate it because it's color, but I enjoy painting in like my non-digital life. So this is like, yay, this is fun, but I'm also like, it's color. Because even when I do traditional painting, I normally paint in black and white. I just really enjoy the contrast of black and white art. It pleases me in a way that nothing else does. Okay, and we're just gonna go real big with this for just a second. Just gonna go like there. And we have to get some of this pink into it. What color is that? Huh. Let's just pick it straight from there. Yellow eyes, yeah. She's kind of like a hazily color, but I wanted to toss in all of the colors that I want to use for them directly into the eye itself. She's got even some like hardcore green highlights in there. Then I'm gonna blend those out a little bit as well as these like electric blue slash cyan colored ones that are kind of dappling her here, like across that spectrum of eye. And so now I need a darker, let's just grab this color pick. It's like flowers reflecting in a pool of honey. It is. It is. Now I want to see what that would look like in real life. My roommate has like a giant jar of honey upstairs, and I wonder if she would be mad if I just put a bunch of flowers in it and took pictures. I think she'd hate me for all eternity. She's pretty chill though. She might only like angrily fuss at me and then demand that I repurchase her some lovely honey. Let's try to color pick from the actual eye. Let's get this darker brown. Okay, she has... It's a little darker around there. And then I'm going to pull in that way. That way. And then we're going to get some of this bright yellow. Let's liven it up a little bit. And then she has kind of a burgundy color. And to give in that some undertone in there. So it's not just straight up brown. And then we're going to get this deep, deep purple for the iris. All right. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get these fun colors. I'm going to just color pick right from the eye. I hate that my palm sometimes just does, like, it erases for me a little bit on accident sometimes, and that's kind of annoying. Um, and that's no fault of mine. I just don't have the little, like, palm rejection glove thingy that a lot of people use. Um, so sometimes my palm will just accidentally delete something, which kind of sucks sometimes um, when I'm making pieces and I'm like, ah, that was a particularly nice brush stroke, and then my palm is like, oh yeah, let me just reject that real quick, and just will, or rather, not reject that and just delete it for me. And I'm like, that's very unfair of you. I did not appreciate that. It can be quite a frustrating experience um, when your digital tools don't want to be nice. Okay, I think we've got most of an eyeball happening in this respect. Now it's time to finish the eyelid. I need this color. I need you, but stronger. How long have I been creating art? Um, I I guess like a few years now. Um, I started making some doodles and things along those lines, like on Tumblr, um, like in late 2013. And in 2014 is when I was like, oh, like, I'm gonna try. That's my cat sneezing, if you can hear her in the background. Be like, oh, I wanna just like try out, like making some comics and things like that. And that's when I started making a few little comics, like on Tumblr in like 2014. Um, and I took a like things just got way out of like hand really really fast. I was still like in my fun little beginner phase or whatever and just kind of enjoying creating art and things along those lines, and then I got swept into like the world of professional art in quotes, oh, I'm a pro. But like it really showed me a side of the art world that I was not ready for as someone who was just like, oh, I like to, make silly comics in my sketchbook that people enjoy. And it like I got super jaded really fast and I hated it, and so I took most of 2017 and 2018 off because I was just like, I hate this, I don't want to do it. Like I literally just started drawing and now people are expecting me to do all this wild stuff with my artwork. And I'm just like literally want to, like I said earlier, just make silly comics and enjoy myself. um, but that was I was beginning to see like that wasn't going to be an option a lot of time. So I guess drawing on again and off again since like late 2013, um, with like a year and a half, like a hiatus in the middle. And I spent most of this year, I think I've drawn like literally six things this year. And the bulk of that being like my Inktober drawings. Um, and so like now I'm just wanting to just kind of focus on enjoying art like I did back when I, you know, doing stuff on Tumblr. And yeah, I the reason I started my Tumblr was because I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to like try art and try to get good at being, drawing art and being an artist." And I never got a chance to do that. I never got a chance to like make crappy stuff and just hang out and get to know my style. It was not taken from me because I did that to myself a little bit. um, but it was definitely like it tainted the experience of creation for me a lot. um, Kind of going into that professional landscape, and I don't even like that, I guess, like term for myself or what have you. um, I just am a person on the internet that likes to draw. That's all I am. Ah, let's kind of flub that up a little bit. But you know what? That's a part of life too. Flubbing it up, flubbing it all the way up. We're gonna do this color. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am happy to be getting back in it to myself for myself again as well. It yeah, 2017, that was wild. That I had a lot of experiences. I'm glad I had those experiences. It prepared me for, kind of, I guess like the art world experience. But I definitely wish I had just declined that life for a while and continue focusing on just hanging out and drawing and enjoying the experience of just learning something new because I want to learn it. And let's get more of that there. I would love to go to like to art school or something. Like I think that would be super fun. Um, but art school is a million bajillion dollars, and no one has that kind of money. That's silly. So instead, just going to focus on drawing here and hanging out with my art study buddies. And then we'll get some of this little pinkish one. And we'll just tuck that pink right back in there. Tuck it back in. Nice. All right. And now we have a creepy painterly eye. I'm loving it. Truly. There's no sarcasm in that. This one was fun. I'm gonna cover those up a little bit. The little starting point. Oh, I don't have bottom lashes. The fuck. Alright. I knew I was like, wow, this we're done. No. Not done. Let's see. You've got you never really know how completely alien and strange things are on this planet until you start drawing weird hairs that grow out from your eyes. And that just that just tickles me like in a way where I'm just like, wow, we have those. That's a thing that mammals have. We have weird eyeball hairs that protect us from the planet. Because the planet is actually like kind of a dangerous place to be. Alright, we're gonna stop there for now because it is 8 o'clock and I kind of rushed through those last little eyeball hairs. But 4 out of 6 eyeballs, you know? We got 2/3 of the way there. And I'm pretty proud of the practice that we had today. So I hope that you are also proud of the eyeballs that you created on your own at home in your sketchbook or in your tablet or what have you. And so yeah, next week I don't know what the topic will be, but I'll probably throw up a poll on Patreon so that folks can vote, and I'll pick 4 topics at random. Each topic will get drawn, so it'll just go from order from most votes to least votes is the order in which I will put those topics in stream or what have you. So yeah, we made eyeballs today. It was super fun. And by fun, I mean I don't want to do that anymore. But I personally still have 2 eyeballs left to do. I have cat and pointy eyeball to do, and because I do want that practice. It took me 2 hours to draw 4 eyeballs, so that's roughly 30 minutes an eyeball. So I don't know if that's if that's a good average or not, but that's what it is. But yeah, I had a blast hanging out with you all and listening to music and practicing our art. I look forward to hanging out with you all next week, where we continue with a new topic, and just level up our art together. So yeah, thanks for kicking it with me, and I will catch you all next week. Bye.